Hi guys, today we're going to be talking about such an exciting topic, so please stay tuned. So a few weeks back I made a video about how to budget and you guys showed me so much love on that video, and I I got a lot of feedback from my friends, a lot of questions, and I feel like it's something that I should address. This is why I'm making this video on how to budget efficiently. Point number one is you should keep it simple. So some budgets can get complicated depending on the number of things that you're budgeting for, depending on all your needs and all your wants and all your savings and all the loans you might be paying. In just one day, you can spend your money in over 20 things. So keeping it simple can be hard, but the best thing is to start simple, and then maybe as you grow, you'll be able to manage bigger budgets. An example of how I personally keep things simple when it comes to budgeting is you make sure that before you leave the house, you have a budget of all the things you're going to buy. Everything, lunch, a snack you might get, anything extra, someone you might treat, fare that you might pay, everything. And when you're going to the supermarket, the same thing. You make a shopping list of anything you might buy or everything you want to buy. So I might talk to you guys in a future video on how to make an efficient shopping list. But the best way is to decide the amount of money you want to be spending, right? Then you make a list of the things that you need to buy, whatever whether it's in a whole day, or it's when you're going to the supermarket. Then you now distribute the amounts and then you adjust and ration the amounts. Point number two is start with saving. Start with saving always. This was on my second video that I created on this channel. Here's a link to that video, and we talked about saving and how important saving is, and it's up to you to decide what percentage of money you'll save. But in the long, you should always start with saving. When you get an amount of money, save a percentage of it, and then now you can start spending. Yeah, this is going to help you budget a lot, because if you're budgeting for saving and you've already saved, now you can use all the money that's remaining to do exactly what you need, and don't overspend so that you don't end up dipping into your savings. But if you keep things budgeted for, you will never end up having to use the money you've saved unless it's an emergency, and I mean that's the point of saving. So my third point is something that affects majority of people over time, and it's keeping your life in check. So you can find that you're in a certain situation in your life where you're making enough money to support you, and you're making enough money to support your family, and you're making enough money to live a good life. Not a perfect life, but just a life that if you get sick, you'll be able to go to the hospital. If you need food, you'll be able to purchase it in the evening. So people who can't keep their life in check are people who, at the moment they get a raise or the moment they get an opportunity to have more money, they go overboard. Like most lottery winners, most jackpot winners, they are not able to sustain the life that they create for themselves the moment they win the jackpot. This is because they are not educated about keeping their life in check. So if you're at a comfortable state in your life, even though you get more money, you should be disciplined enough to save more money instead of spend more money. You should have a save mentality or invest mentality rather than a spend mentality. If you want to buy a yacht and you're not making enough to sustain that living, that means you're on the road down, because you're not putting your lifestyle into that's lifestyle inflation. So if you're enjoying this content so far, if you're getting value from this content, if you like my style, please hit the subscribe button and become part of this family. Turn on the notification bell so that you can be notified every time I post a new video. Please like this video so that you can help my channel and my video to reach more people. My fourth point, it's a bit difficult because it involves making sacrifices. This is be willing to make sacrifices. Be willing to sacrifice one of your subscriptions. If you have Showmax, Netflix, Hulu, all those movie streaming shows, you have to be willing to sacrifice some. So if you can switch from a big company name of a particular product to a generic name to save up to 2000, then why not sacrifice the small things that don't matter? You don't need to have a million pairs of shoes, you don't need to have a million pantsuits, you don't need to have a million. Sacrifice any expense that costs you more than you can handle. Fifth point is watch what influences you. Watch who influences you. If you're on social media and all you can see is shoes and like wigs, you know what I'm saying. You've been on social media, guys, like there's so much influencing you to spend money, there's so much pushing you towards spend, and this always messes up with the budget. It always messes up with the budget. You have to be careful what influences you, what gets into your mind, what affects, if anything that goes into your mind, and this is mostly on social media, that's what's causing you sometimes to spend and then wonder, oh my god, was that me? And I'm sure most of this is not our fault. Like if you're using Instagram, it's not your fault the ads that they put on your face, because some of these are just so in your face. To be comfortable with who we are before looking at other people, because other people show the side of life that you think you have to have. I'm going to leave you by just advising you to go and follow or unsubscribe from people who influence you to think that life has to be so high that the moment you get some jackpot money or a lottery or even a raise, you're just going to lifestyle inflate. Think about all the influences that affect how you spend your money and all the things that cause you to buy some most random things, some outfits that you don't even end up wearing. Think about those things and maybe leave something in the comment down below telling me what you think about the tips that I just shared about budgeting and managing your money in general. So if you're not yet a subscriber, I urge you to subscribe. If you're not yet liked, please like. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.